Save time, make actions. In this Photoshop tutorial, we'll use non-destructive editing through the creation of curves adjustments to produce highlights and shadows to provide subtle changes to enhance your photos. It's something that you can use for more than one photo. It's a cool technique, and I think that can really help you with your workflow.
We're going to go up to Window, and we're going to hit Actions, in case you don't see this right there. And over here with the folder, you're going to click on that, and you're going to name your folder whatever you want it to be. I'm going to name this one whatever, and hit OK. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and click on this little paper doohickey thingamadoo. And I think that's the technical name. So we're going to click on the doohickey thingamadoo, and we're going to name this Shadows and Highlights. And over here on the function key, we're going to hit F5. You can also hit Shift and Control if you like. And if you hit Shift, Control, and F5, then the shadows and highlights will show up. But for this tutorial, we're just going to do the F5 and hit record. All right. So next, what we need to do is we need to create a curves adjustment layer. So we're going down here at the bottom, hit curves, and we're going to name this one. Let's do shadows first. Shadows. And we're going to go right here in the middle and kind of bring that down. Fantastic. We're going to over here, make sure the layer mask is clicked, and we're going to edit and fill, or Shift F5. And under contents, you want to make sure that's on black and hit OK. So now we're going to do it again. Hang with me, guys, I promise. So let's hit curves, and we're going to do that again. We're going to edit, fill with black, hit OK. And let's go ahead and bring this up. I'm sorry, I missed that step. Bring that up a little bit. This is actually lightening everything. So we're right there in the middle, kind of bring that up. And we're going to call this one Highlights. Not those highlights per se, you know, but okay, Ranger Rick, come back over here. Wait, Ranger Rick's not right. That's something completely, that's a different magazine. I get my children's magazines mixed up. So now, let's get back into it. I've gone off track. We're going to hit the stop button over here. Stop. And we're going to go over to the brush tool. So we can hit the B button for brush. And let's right click and get a nice soft brush. Something with no hardness. So that'll be great right there. And let's lower our opacity down to about 40%. It's up top here. Cleverly labeled right next to the opacity. Or if you want, you can hit the number keys. And if you hit 5, that'll put you at 50, 6 at 60, 0 for 100. So Photoshop's the only one where you do 0 for 100. But for this tutorial, we'll be around 40%. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And we are clicked on our layer mask. And wherever the sun is hitting is kind of where we want our highlights. So as you can see, there we go. Kind of make that come through. So we see right there on the elbow of my son. This is my son and my daughter. So we're going to click right there. And in case you're having trouble seeing, I'm going to take off the eyeball. And as you see the difference of it automatically. Cool. So let's go ahead and do some more painting here. So again, paint around the areas that you want to be highlighted. Now you can do as much or as little as you want. But this is something that I do a lot for my photographs. So something that I like. So I find that things that I like, other people kind of like too. So it's all in the eye of the beholder, really. So there's no real hard and fast rule per se on anything. It's art. So one person's art is, you know, Picasso's, and others is the dogs playing poker. So do what you like. How about that? But I would recommend not doing something too Photoshoppy. So you're just trying to enhance more than anything else. You're trying to find where that light hits and kind of bring it out and make some happy light, if you will. There's your daily Bob Ross reference. How's that sound? So we're going right here on the hand. There's some light there. Hello, light. All right, kind of lighten that up a little bit. There's some light there on the stomach. Right around there. Bring that out just a little bit. And very good. And zoom out a little bit. And we can get the highlights here too. So let's make this a little bit bigger and we can highlight this area around with the grass, kind of bring out the grass a little bit more. Maybe not all the grass is highlighted. All right. Fantastic, that's looking good. So let's take a look at our highlights. You know, that might just be a little bit too much. So we can go over here to our opacity and bring that down too. So let's take a look, make sure that we're not getting too Photoshoppy. That's looking pretty good. All right, now let's go to our shadows. We can click right there on our shadows. And so it's a funny thing with shadows, that's usually where the darkness is. So wherever you see some shadows, we can just kind of paint with white over the shadows. Bring that down a little bit right there. So with our left and right brackets, that's what I'm using right here, we're able to bring the brush up and down. Good, right under the chin, right here, looking good. So now we're going over here, there's some more shadows. So again, as much or as little as you want to do. I'm kind of doing a quick tutorial here, so I don't want to take up too much time with, well, we can do this and this. It's more of a less of, this is how you can do it. So go over here. Just a quick tutorial. So I'm just kind of hitting the shadows quickly so you can see how to. So let's get right here in the hair. If you get mixed up in where you are, you can Alt and click on the mask. It's like, okay, well, that's where I've painted with the black. Oop. There's Control Z there. Control Z is your friend, by the way. So in case you get mixed up about what you have and haven't painted, that's a quick way to do so. And you can actually, I'm going to do that again. So you can actually paint with it right there if you wanted to. So it's like, well, I know I really want this to be more. Then you can do it like that way too. But I recommend not doing that too much. So let's take a look at this. And then got this down here, got this right here, here. So, and then we're going to bracket up. And let's go ahead and get the background here. So we're getting our shadows, bracket down just a little bit so we can not get the hair and kind of work that area. All right, we are looking great. So again, let's take a look at the shadows on and off. That might just be a little bit too much too, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that opacity down there as well. Here's our before, and here is our after.
What you can do with actions is limitless. Photoshop created this in mind to help you with everyday tasks to save you time so you can surf the web. Imagine what you can do with this extra time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my first Photoshop tutorial. Thanks, everybody.